Welcome back, listeners. What if, like, everything you thought you knew about finding wisdom was wrong?
Hmm.
What if the answers aren't in like some dusty old book
Yeah.
or a guru on a mountaintop,
Mm.
but hidden in plain sight within our own lives?
Oh, interesting.
That's what we're going to explore today as we take a deep dive into Hermann Hesse's Siddhartha.
It's a story that on the surface seems like a simple spiritual journey.
Right.
Siddhartha, a young man from a privileged background, leaves it all behind to seek enlightenment. But beneath that simple premise lies some really challenging ideas about the nature of wisdom, happiness, and the very meaning of life.
It's like he's questioning, everything we've been told about how to find fulfillment. He starts off with everything society tells us we should want:
Yeah.
loving family, good friends, material comfort.
Right.
And yet he's deeply unhappy.
That's what makes Siddhartha so relatable.
Yeah.
Even for someone living in today's world, right?
Mhm.
We chase success, accumulate possessions,
Right.
and yet that nagging feeling of like, is this all there is?
Right.
Often lingers.
Yeah.
Siddhartha's discontentment, his thirst for something more,
Yeah.
speaks to that universal human experience of seeking something beyond the material.
So he does what many of us might fantasize about.
Yeah.
Ditch the comfortable life and hit the road to find himself. He becomes a samana, living a life of extreme asceticism with his friend Govinda. It's all about denying the senses,
Right.
mastering meditation, and detaching from the world. You'd think that would be the path to enlightenment, right?
It's a path that has been lauded by various spiritual traditions.
Right.
But what Hesse does so brilliantly is explore the limitations
Mhm.
of even this seemingly noble pursuit.
Right.
Siddhartha masters the samana practices,
Yeah.
but he ultimately finds them lacking.
Yeah.
He realizes this detachment is just a way to suppress desire, not to understand it.
That's a pretty radical idea,
Mhm.
especially for someone steeped in spiritual tradition.
Mhm.
Like he's saying, hey, maybe running away from our desires isn't the answer.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to understand them, confront them,
Right.
even embrace them to find true enlightenment.
Exactly. And this challenge to conventional wisdom is what makes Siddhartha so captivating. He's not blindly accepting any dogma.
Right.
He's questioning everything, even the teachings of the Buddha himself.
That's right. He meets the Buddha,
Yeah.
who's basically like the rock star spiritual leader of his time.
Mm.
You can almost imagine the excitement
Yeah.
and anticipation,
Yeah.
similar to the hype we see today around certain thought leaders or
Right.
gurus.
There's a parallel there for sure.
Yeah.
But even though Siddhartha acknowledges the Buddha's wisdom,
Yeah.
he ultimately rejects his teachings.
Mhm.
He doesn't want to just follow another doctrine.
Right.
He wants to experience enlightenment directly for himself.
That takes some serious guts
Yeah.
to walk away from someone like the Buddha.
Yeah.
But it speaks to this idea that true wisdom isn't something you can just download from someone else. It has to be lived, experienced,
Yeah.
even suffered through.
And this is where Siddhartha's journey takes a sharp turn.
Okay.
He decides to immerse himself in the world of the senses. He meets Kamala, a beautiful courtesan, and learns the art of love, pleasure, and wealth.
Okay, so talk about a complete 180.
Oh, right.
He's trading the robes of an ascetic for silk sheets and fancy dinners. It's almost like he's saying, okay, denying the world didn't work.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens when I fully embrace it.
And he becomes incredibly successul in this worldly life, too.
Okay.
Because he masters the art of business,
Yeah.
amasses wealth, and experiences all the pleasures life has to offer. But guess what? He finds that just as empty as the life of self-denial.
So he's tried the spiritual extreme, he's tried the material extreme, and neither one has brought him lasting fulfillment.
Right.
It's like he's stuck in this loop,
Yeah.
swinging back and forth between these two poles of existence, unable to find that balance he's seeking.
And this is where we start to see the seeds of what Buddhists call samsara,
Okay.
the cycle of suffering, desire, and rebirth.
Yeah.
He's caught in this trap of chasing after things, thinking they'll bring him happiness,
Yeah.
only to find that satisfaction is always fleeting.
It's a cycle that's so familiar to many of us.
Right.
We get that promotion,
Yeah.
buy that new gadget,
Mhm.
thinking it will finally make us happy.
Yeah.
But the feeling is always temporary.
Always temporary.
So what happens next? Where does this cycle lead Siddhartha?
Well, this is where things get really interesting
Like,
and where Hesse's brilliance truly shines.
yeah.
Siddhartha's journey into the depths of this cycle,
Yeah.
his descent into what we might call spiritual despair,
Mm.
sets the stage for a profound transformation.
And that's where we'll pick up in part 2 of this deep dive into Siddhartha. But before we go, I have to mention something that's been blowing my mind lately.
Oh.
Something that echoes these ideas of questioning conventional wisdom.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Have you heard of mindful moments? Nourish your mind on the go.
No, I haven't.
It's a new podcast featuring AI narration that delivers these bite-sized pieces of wisdom, but with a twist.
A twist. Do tell.
It's all about exploring those shocking truths
Okay.
that challenge our everyday assumptions about the world.
Interesting.
From mind-bending theories to debates in science, religion, and even politics.
Oh, okay.
It's like a mental workout that leaves you questioning everything.
That sounds fascinating.
Yeah.
I can definitely see how it connects to the themes we're exploring in Siddhartha.
Yeah.
This idea of challenging conventional wisdom, right?
Of seeking deeper understanding beyond the surface level is so crucial in today's world.
Exactly. So if you're enjoying this this deep dive and find yourself craving more thought-provoking content,
Yeah.
I highly recommend checking out Mindful Moments.
We'll provide a link in the show notes for you to explore.
And be sure to join us for part 2 of this deep dive, where we'll see just how Siddhartha breaks free from this cycle of suffering and finds true enlightenment. It's a journey that will challenge your thinking.
Oh.
And leave you with some profound insights into your own life.
I can't wait to explore the next chapter of Siddhartha's journey with you. So last time we left Siddhartha at a crossroads, he tasted both the extremes of spiritual and material life, and neither brought him lasting peace, right? He's caught in that cycle of desire and suffering.
Yeah.
A cycle many of us know all too well. It's almost like he's hit rock bottom, disillusioned with everything he's tried.
Right.
I mean, where do you even go from there?
Yeah.
What's left to explore when both the spiritual and the material have failed you?
That's precisely the brilliance of Hesse's storytelling.
Yeah.
It's in this moment of utter despair.
Yeah.
That Siddhartha stumbles upon a river.
Okay.
And this river becomes much more than just a geographical feature.
Right.
It's a powerful symbol of transformation, of the constant flow of life, of the interconnectedness of everything.
It's like the river represents something bigger than himself.
Yeah.
Something eternal and ever-changing. I can see how that would be appealing to someone who's feeling lost and disillusioned.
Exactly. And it's by this river that Siddhartha meets Vasudeva.
Okay.
A simple ferryman who becomes his teacher and guide.
Okay.
Now, this isn't the kind of teacher we're used to seeing. Vasudha doesn't have any grand doctrines or complicated philosophies.
So he's not like handing Siddhartha some ancient text,
right,
or a list of rules to follow.
Nope.
That's a pretty stark contrast to all the other teachers Siddhartha encountered.
Right. Vasudeva's wisdom comes from a deep understanding of the river itself, from listening to its constant flow, its ebb and flow, its connection to everything around it.
Right.
He teaches Siddhartha to simply be present, to observe, to listen without judgment.
It's almost like he's saying the answers you seek aren't out there somewhere in a book or a teaching.
Yeah.
They're right here in this present moment, in the flow of life itself.
Precisely. And it's through this simple act of being present, of listening to the river, that Siddhartha begins to heal, to find a sense of peace he's been searching for all along.
But isn't there also a part of him that still like yearns for connection, for love?
Yeah.
After all, he did have this intense relationship with Kamala.
Right.
And she even bore him a son.
You're right.
Yeah.
Siddhartha's past isn't something he can simply erase. His son in particular becomes a powerful symbol of his past desires, his attachments, and the challenges of letting go.
That's a pretty heavy concept.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have attachments, things we cling to, people we love.
Right.
How do we reconcile that with this idea of letting go and being present in the flow of life?
it's a tension that exists within all of us. And Siddhartha's struggle with his son highlights the fact that
Yeah.
even the most enlightened beings
So,
are still human, still subject to the complexities of love, loss, and the longing for connection.
and it's not easy.
No.
He watches his son make mistakes, experience suffering,
Yeah.
and there's a part of him that wants to protect him, to shield him from the pain of the world.
Yeah. It's a natural instinct.
Yeah.
But as Vasudeva wisely points out, trying to control his son's fate
Yeah.
to prevent him from making his own mistakes
Right.
will only lead to more suffering.
It's like that saying, you can't keep birds from landing on your head,
Right.
but you can keep them from building a nest.
Yeah.
You can't shield someone from life's challenges, but you can be there to support them through it.
Exactly. And it's through this painful experience with his son
Yeah.
that Siddhartha comes to understand the true meaning of love, not as possession or control, but as acceptance, as letting go.
It's a profound realization, and one that connects so deeply to the Buddhist concept of non-attachment.
Right.
It's not about denying our feelings or pushing away the people we love.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing their inherent freedom and allowing them to be who they are, even if it hurts.
And this understanding of non-attachment, of letting go, is what ultimately leads Siddhartha to a state of true enlightenment.
Okay.
A realization of his own interconnectedness with everything around him.
It's like he's finally seeing the world through the eyes of the river, recognizing that everything is in constant flux.
Yeah.
That there's no separation between himself and the world.
Yeah.
Between life and death, joy and sorrow.
And in this state of oneness, he's reunited with Govinda, his old friend, who's still on his own spiritual quest.
Right.
But this time their roles are reversed.
Yeah.
Govinda, the once devoted follower of the Buddha, is now seeking guidance from Siddhartha.
That's got to be a humbling experience for Govinda to realize that the friend he once saw as lost in worldly pursuits has actually found something he's still searching for. I can't wait to hear how the reunion unfolds and what wisdom Siddhartha has to offer.
It's a powerful encounter that brings us to the heart of Hesse's message about the nature of enlightenment. But we'll have to delve into that in the final part of our deep dive.
Stay with us as we explore the culmination of Siddhartha's journey.
Yeah.
And the profound lessons it holds for all of us seeking a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us.
Okay, so we left off with Siddhartha reunited with his old friend Govinda.
Right.
Talk about a full circle moment.
Yeah.
They both started this journey together, searching for enlightenment, but took very different paths.
Yeah.
Now Govinda, the one who stuck to traditional teachings, is drawn to the wisdom Siddhartha found through his unconventional experiences.
It's fascinating how their roles have reversed.
Yeah.
Govinda, who once felt superior in his adherence to the Buddha's teachings,
now recognizes a depth of understanding in Siddhartha that he himself hasn't achieved.
So how does Siddhartha explain this hard-won wisdom?
Right.
Does he finally reveal some secret formula, some step-by-step guide to enlightenment?
Not at all.
Okay.
Remember, Siddhartha rejected the idea that enlightenment could be taught. He learned that through lived experience, through his mistakes and triumphs.
Right.
And that's what he tries to convey to Govinda, that true understanding isn't found in words or doctrines, but in experiencing the world directly.
That's got to be frustrating for Govinda.
Right.
He spent years seeking answers, following rules.
Yeah.
And here's Siddhartha basically saying it's not about the answers, it's about the journey itself.
It is a challenge to our traditional ways of thinking about knowledge and learning.
Right.
We're so conditioned to seek answers, to look for experts to tell us what to do. But Siddhartha's journey suggests that sometimes the most profound lessons come from our own missteps, from embracing the messiness of life and learning to listen to our own inner wisdom.
So if Siddhartha doesn't give Govinda a neat set of instructions,
right?
how does he guide him?
Yeah.
How does he help his friend see this truth he's discovered?
There's this incredibly powerful scene where Govinda, desperate for something tangible to hold on to,
Yeah.
asks asks Siddhartha for a gift, something to help him on his path.
Hmm.
And Siddhartha, with a knowing smile,
Yeah.
simply tells him to kiss his forehead.
Okay, that's not what I was expecting.
Right.
It seems like such a simple gesture,
Yeah.
but knowing Hess, there's probably some deep symbolism at play here.
Absolutely. As Govinda leans in and kisses Siddhartha's forehead,
Yeah.
he experiences a profound vision.
Okay.
He sees a river of faces, countless individuals flowing together, merging and separating,
Yeah.
each one representing a different aspect of Siddhartha,
Right.
and in a way of all existence.
It sounds like he's finally seeing that interconnectedness
Yes.
that Siddhartha has been talking about. The idea that we're all like part of this grand tapestry of life,
Mhm.
constantly changing, constantly flowing together.
Exactly. And in that moment, Govinda experiences a glimpse of that unity,
Yeah.
that oneness that
Yeah.
transcends time and individuality. It's a fleeting moment, but it's enough to shatter his old ways of thinking, to
Right.
open him up to a new understanding of reality.
So what does this all mean for us?
Right.
We're not ancient spiritual seekers wandering the countryside.
Yeah.
What can we take away from Siddhartha's journey in our modern fast-paced world?
I think Siddhartha's story reminds us that the answers we seek, the wisdom we crave, isn't necessarily found in books or teachings,
Right.
but in the lived experience of our own lives.
Mm.
It's about paying attention to the world around us, listening to our own inner voice,
Mm.
and embracing the messy, imperfect journey of being human.
It's about finding that river within ourselves,
Mhm.
that constant flow of experience, and
Yeah.
and learning to trust its wisdom.
Right.
It's about letting go of our need to control everything, to have all the answers,
Yeah.
and allowing ourselves to be surprised by the journey.
Beautifully put. Siddhartha's story is a call to embrace the unknown, to question our assumptions,
Yeah.
and to find that spark of enlightenment in the everyday moments of our lives.
And if this deep dive has left you craving more mind-blowing ideas and shocking truths,
Yeah.
we highly recommend checking out Mindful Moments. Nourish your mind on the go. With AI narration, it's like having a pocket-sized guru whispering thought-provoking insights throughout your day.
Absolutely.
We'll include a link in the show notes so you can check it out.
And if you enjoyed this exploration of Siddhartha, share this episode with a friend who might also be on their own path of discovery.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into fascinating topics
Yeah,
that will challenge your thinking and expand your understanding of the world.
absolutely.
And if you're feeling inspired to delve deeper into Hesse's masterpiece, you can purchase your copy of Siddhartha via insert affiliate link. Until next time,
Yeah.
keep seeking, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.